with 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, play, who don't. Long time coming, black on the bottom of my feet from running, cataracts under my eyes from hustling, going from buying and selling to customers, run up the business, God is my witness, sun up to sun up from Monday to Sunday, we maxing our limits, my mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie, moving a mission, they say that I'm tripping, I've been told I need a vacation, I'm finessing a visit, first class, my feet up high in the air on business,
yeah, on business.
Yeah.
What's happening? Welcome to TSR Live. I'm one of your hosts, Tone Capone, and this is where we celebrate the culture, debate the norms, and share opinions on trending topics.
What's up, roomies? I'm Keke, your other co-host, and you already know the show is all about you, so I need you to hop in the chat, join the conversation, because we have a lot to discuss, and tell your friends to come on over here, too.
That's right. What's up, roomies? I'm your other co-host, Zach Boog, and this is where you'll have all the artists pop up. I mean, you'll hear from your favorite artists, your reality stars, content creators, and influencers. You never know who's going to pull up. Anybody who's shaping the culture will be here. So welcome to the show. Absolutely.
Roomies, you ready? Let's get it. Now, we got to start the show off with something that just broke minutes before the show started. Breaking news, Yella Beezy has been arrested on capital murder charges. He reportedly hired a gunman in a fatal 2020 shooting of Mo 3.
Yikes.
Wow.
I don't even know what to say about that.
That is crazy. He's being charged. I mean, he does have his day in court. You know what I'm saying? So we will see what happens. But this is wild. You know, there are two artists from Dallas, Dallas, Texas, and we will see what happens, man, because this is crazy. This just dropped. Like, this news just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll keep, of course, you know, we're going to keep letting you know what's going on as it develops.
Yeah,
it's wild, man. But look, this week has been full of crash outs. Okay. It's the week of crash and burns. They say micro is in micro braids, and, you know, Mercury is in retrograde or whatever. It's a lot. It's a lot going on, y'all. Okay. Oh my God. And, you know, one of the big stories this week, of course, is our friend Jess Hilarious kicked it off with an IG post expressing her frustration this week at work.
Wow.
Let's take a look at what Jess had to say.
Listen, I'm not intimidated by no woman walking on this earth. I give a crown to that girl. If you listen to the show, you know. Nigga talking about she tried to be my friend. Excuse me? Ain't nobody trying to be no motherfucking friends. What are we talking about? We just naturally, organically became cool. Once I realized what the was going on, like I said, my anger was misplaced. No, I did not like her when I first came back. I didn't. Even down to how I was supposed to return. Like, we had a whole plan on how I was supposed to come back. When I walk in the room, she never left. First thing she say is not, how your baby doing? No, that was envy, because he's the family man, right? How was maternity leave? No. That's not the first. The first thing that she talks about is the shit that was in the comments. What make me want to talk about the comments first? I got a beautiful baby at home. Why? You know what I'm saying? So no, I did not like her when I first came back. I had to learn that Lauren was not a spiteful person. Like, I'm like, I don't like the way you moving. I don't like, I ain't feeling this shit. We had a whole nother plan. I don't know what that was in there, but that wasn't it. I ain't like that. We've made cool since then.
Just know when I put my scarf on in my kitchen, it's over for y'all. Okay. So just know when I put my rag on in the kitchen, it's up. It's up.
You gonna do us like that?
Yes.
Nah. You know, for me, I just what everybody got a chance to see is behind the wall of like a morning show. I worked on a group, a duo. Any morning shows, any duos, any groups, or anything, man. It's you got to learn how to work with people. It's a learning experience. It's constantly evolving, and sometimes it can cause frustrations because it's so together all the time. That was just my thought about the whole thing. I'm glad they worked it out on air. They're trying to figure out a way to work it out, but people just got a chance to see what it's like to be in radio.
Yeah, absolutely. That to what you said, Tone, that happens all the time in radio, especially with a morning show. Anybody who's ever done a morning show know there is friction, because you got to understand, you are up at the crack of dawn with the same people locked in the same room, all voicing their opinions. It's gonna be something is going to happen. Like you said, I'm happy they got over it. But you know what really stuck out to me the most in this whole situation was the fact, it's something that I don't think about because I'm a man, but watching a woman having to take what's it called? Maternity leave. So having to step away from their job and then come back to BS. I'm pretty sure there are women who have all came back to some type of like, you know, something off at their job after they had to step away. And it makes it scary because a lot of women are scared to even get pregnant because they like, I don't want my job to be messed up when I come back. And that was something I don't have to think about because, you know,
dude, I mean,
can't
but
pregnant, but you think about that though. That's tough.
Zach, and I hate to be the guy to say this, and it's just a fact in this type of business. I don't know how y'all got y'all shots on the air. I got my shot on the air because people weren't there and they got a chance to hear me do what I do.
Yeah.
So that what happens is when you do let somebody in, especially in these jobs, they super competitive. They could come in and they like, yo, we think somebody else could do your job better than you, Tone, instantly. And it's over with.
Yeah.
They super competitive. And that's another thing. And Jess is not from radio. She's not from radio.
I think she had a show before.
She would, ideally she's a comic.
Yeah.
She's a comic. Yeah. So I think it's still also a learning curve about this business. And Keke, am I saying anything wrong?
No, you're not saying anything wrong. And I actually shout out to the Breakfast Club. I got a chance to guest host on the Breakfast Club and sit in that seat. And it's a lot of pressure that comes when you're the biggest pop culture show in the world. Like at the moment, that is the Breakfast Club. That's why everybody cares. That's why everybody's so passionate about who sits in those seats. So it's a lot of pressure that comes with that. And I'm sure dealing with coming back from maternity leave, postpartum, it's a lot. But you know, I respect both Jess and Lauren for being transparent about the situation and sharing that moment with fans, which is very vulnerable. We were able to see them kind of talk about it and discuss it amongst themselves. We could take a look at that too.
Lauren LaRosa is here. We're having a conversation because Jess Hilarious went crazy on Instagram last night.
And I knew the live would upset. You know, you don't get upset, whatever. But I knew that it would upset Envy. I knew it would upset Lauren. That's why you closed the elevator this morning.
That was crazy. Now, why would you do that, Lauren?
I
just closed the elevator. They pulled up at the same time.
At the same time where we parked, and she was in front of me.
She saw Jess. She didn't know what Jess was on, so she rushed to the elevator. She hit the button. You remember when Q was on Juice and he thought Bishop was behind him?
I hit the button one time, and this was why
I heard the button though.
I felt like I didn't know what to say to you because I was so thrown off by parts of that live yesterday. I'm like, bro, we be talking at least enough. Like, we don't got to be friends outside of here. But I feel like I've always said to you off air, whenever things have happened, we've had conversations about a lot of different things. Let's talk. Call me. What's up? What's the issue? What's going on?
The issue is the whole narrative. Like, I understand F the comments and F the people and all that. But it's not all about them. It's how I'm feeling too. What if I'm feeling the same way the people feel? You know what I'm saying? So what? Because niggas online feel a certain way. I feel the same way they feel about it.
Call me and curse me out. Call in me and curse them out. Yes, you do.
Yes, okay. I've done that.
But I think there's a bigger issue sometimes too, because I feel like, all right, you'll call him, you'll cuss him out. We might talk about different situations. But I think a lot of times, if there's an issue for real, and then it don't be no movement in here, it's like there's an issue outside and then there's no movement in here, and then we just all in here like he ha. Like, you're doing a lot of it right now. You're laughing and joking, but for real, you know that she's up here crying. Nothing about that is funny. Like, there's real issues and real problems, and we don't really get to the gist of it. Ever.
Yeah, that to me was a cool, vulnerable moment that everybody got a chance to see again behind the curtain of a radio
meeting right there.
That's a radio meeting, and you can see it. And I mean, just I'll say my 2 cents. I think the show is good with both of them on. I think I've seen them cook when all 4 of them in the room and they cooking. It's a nice vibe to me.
Yeah, I like them both.
That's the bigger vibe I want everybody to kind of take away from this whole situation, is that the platform is big enough to have multiple women in the room. And I feel like a lot of times we are made to feel like we can only be the one. And I'm on a morning show with multiple women, and we all shine at different times. And I think once you get that rhythm together and that chemistry is built up, we're going to see great things come from out of that. I mean, Envy and Charlamagne have been together on the show forever. They're two black men doing great things. We can absolutely, there's enough room for two black women. So everybody in the comments that's trying to pick a side, let's just encourage both women to keep shining in their respective lanes, because it's great. It's a great show, and we all watching.
And they both super talented.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Now, next on the crash out list is Kanye West, honey. He went after the Kardashians, Playboy Cardi. He called the Carter twins, Rumi and Sir, the R word, and talked about unaliving himself, all within a matter of a day. It was very wild. Have you guys been seeing some of the stuff Kanye's been putting out?
Yeah, I seen it, man.
It's bad.
Like I've told you, I've usually I have an excuse for Kanye. Always have an excuse for Kanye. His antics of late, I've been saying I think this is on purpose.
Yeah.
And if you notice, when he does these things, music comes afterwards.
Yep.
You notice he was, he was quiet for months, not saying a word. Then next thing you know, the Grammy thing, and then he starts tweeting, and then next thing you know, he just dropped Bully. He just dropped his album Bully. So it just lets me know that Kanye does this stuff for attention, for us to talk about it so he can get his music out there. But he's super talented and super creative, that he doesn't have to do the low stuff like talking about somebody's children. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, you go. I'm gonna want my leg back. I'm telling you, you talk about my kids and
publicly like that. That's crazy.
Like that, like you talking about people's kids. That's low for anybody, for any kind of record or anything. And maybe again, it's the athlete in me too, that it like, okay, you got music coming out and you Kanye West, just cook. That's it. Everybody gonna listen to it anyway. It's like if you having a bad game, like you having bad stuff going on, and you got this talent, go do what you do really well and cook. And that's him. He can drop music. He doesn't need these type of antics. And I think it's another case where we see people and their loyalty, bro. Like loyalty is so flimsy in 2025. Like, like Kanye really, Jay-Z really helped you out, bro.
Yeah.
He really helped you out. And I mean, maybe he didn't sign you like you said, like Dame signed you, but still, y'all did an album together. Y'all have made great art together. Y'all really was rocking with each other, and then to turn on him, like, I just don't say nothing else about him for real if you don't mess with him.
I mean, if this is all for attention, the thirst is real, because not only is he attacking Jay-Z and Beyonce's children online, he's also saying some horrific things about his ex-wife and his own children, alleging all kind of sick stuff about Kim Kardashian, which is crazy. So if you're doing this just to promote an album and to be as talented as you are, that's insanity.
And you can't tell me he doesn't know talking about somebody else's children on public on X isn't below,
way
isn't
below
low. That's low. That's low, and it's trashy, Kanye. It's very trashy, bro. And like we did put you in a high regard, but I can't no more. You talking about kids, man, who people don't even talk about nobody.
I just gotta remember. You just gotta remember from where it was, and there's a lot of people saying he's doing it it's a cry for help. It's this, it's that, it's this, and it's weird, man. It's a weird thing, and him being from Chicago just makes you feel like, dog, what you doing?
And some things you just can't come back from. Which is really sad to watch when you talk about crashing and burning. Now, in other crash and burn news and marriage breakdowns, Teyana Taylor took a play from Jess's book and went live to set the record straight about her divorce from Iman Shumpert. Let's take a look.
Before y'all even knew that we was ever getting a divorce, not too much on my best friend. We're still doing this. We're still doing that. This is my buddy. This is my da-da-da-da. I've done nothing but try to protect us. So the fact that you are okay with the world thinking that I took you for everything that you had the world thinking that I tried to get you locked up, sitting here playing victim. Let me explain something to y'all about people. For people that's saying, oh, well, what would Iman get out of leaking these rumors that make him look bad? Some people are okay with looking bad just as long as you look worse. Okay? Y'all have to understand that. Before this divorce, during this divorce, and after this divorce, I protected that man with all I had in me.
Now y'all know we discussed this on our podcast not too long ago, and I said a lot of what Teyana said, and I love both parties. But I will say she has handled this divorce very classy from what the public can see since it came out. So to see how everything kind of got leaked and the timing of things, sis said she not playing around.
I'm gonna tell you, one of the most violent sports out there is divorce.
Not a sport.
It is a violent.
It's a sport.
It is a violent sport. You lose your head, your neck, because you're fighting for your possessions, your children, everything that you care about the most happens to go. You go head up with divorces. It's knuckle up season. So this is why I say, don't get married.
What?
The hell with it.
Stop.
Yeah, you get married.
Iman and Teyana was one of my favorite couples. If they ain't make it, ain't nobody gonna make it. You are doomed.
Now that's how I feel about Remy and Papoose.
Yeah, Remy and Papoose. Come on, man.
I don't know if I want to go get married now.
It ain't even. They don't work. That's
true.
the conversation.
It don't work.
It don't work no more. It don't work.
You want to be like Neo?
No, that don't work either.
Oh yeah.
I don't want 4 people to worry about all day, 4 birthdays, 4 Valentine's. That's too much. I ain't got enough sexual stamina for 4 women every night. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But what I'm saying is, marriage don't work no more, Keke. It don't.
Why you telling me? Listen,
because you're the only person over here pushing it.
Yeah, because I go by what the Lord say. But anyway,
it don't work. No, it worked in the New Testament,
well,
the Old
you know
Testament.
why it's not working though, right?
Why?
I want y'all to be clear on why it's not working.
Why?
Because y'all don't follow the word. If y'all got married and was husbands the way the Lord tell y'all to be a husband, it will work out. And you find you a wife that's like-minded in the word of Christ, everybody will be happy. But see, y'all don't open up that book. Y'all just want to throw a wedding and have a party.
You living in sin right now.
That's all right. The Lord working on me.
Every pastor I know on his second, third wife.
That's fine.
Every pastor I know
man is perfect.
on
But
his second, third wife.
I know what is perfect.
It don't work.
That word is perfect. And if you follow it, your life will be much better. Now, you can argue with yourself about that.
Okay.
Let's move on.
All right.
Last
Cool.
but not least, because I get the preaching in here. Whack 100 is being blamed by entertainment executive Eugene Big U Henley Jr. Now, I'm going to be careful with this story because I don't want no problems out of Big Whack or Big Eugene or nobody for his current legal troubles. The former Rolling 60s gang leader was named a fugitive yesterday, and before he turned himself in, he took to social media. Let's take a look.
So this is going to probably be my last video. I'm going to go turn myself in to see what's going on. They talking about I'm a fugitive. So they just raided all my houses. 600 was actually with the police when they raided my house. And he's actually got video and footage of it. So y'all know what y'all dealing with. And I just want to say this to y'all. When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about Whack. Whack, loose cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. All of y'all filed. All y'all who be sending shit around the internet, all y'all who be promoting and listening to what these niggas saying, all y'all giving these likes and hidden likes, all y'all supporting this. All y'all guilty of this fuck shit. If you have something against a black man, you should handle it with a black man in the streets. Wack said 100 times he was gonna take my contracts. He working with the FBI. The FBI went to the city 3 days in a row and told the city they didn't want nobody to give me no more money. They went to all the different celebrities and told all the different celebrities, don't give me no money, don't help me, don't do nothing for me. They going around scaring and intimidating everybody. But y'all sitting it around getting people in trouble. Like y'all don't understand what the FBI do to black men who try to help their community. I ain't been nothing but a help to our community. But I guess it is what it is. This the price of being black and trying to help somebody, trying to help your community and do what you can. You just guilty because somebody else don't like you and then go on the internet and do what the f they want to and y'all gonna promote it. It's crazy. But I'm going to go turn myself in though. Because I ain't did nothing.
Oh, now he's being accused of RICO and running a mafia-like organization, among other charges. 17 other members have been charged in the complaint as well. I don't know if you guys have seen this down your timeline, but everybody from LA on my timeline has been discussing this. Like, it's been a really big story.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. But again, when street business hits the internet, you never know what's going on because they talking around, not saying names. They talking around situation. So you can't. Only other street dudes can really decode everything that anybody's saying. I was like, dang, it's just messed up. I hate to see somebody got to go turn themselves in. Yeah. As far as everything else, I really don't have an opinion because you just don't know.
You don't know what's going on at all. You know, but I do hate seeing a man having to turn himself in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's just tough, period. So, you know what I'm saying? Prayers go out to Big U, and I hope he beats it.
Shout out Erica Banks watching. What's up, Erica Banks?
Erica Banks, what it do? Come on, drop a freestyle.
Come on. And LA roomies, if you know something about the story and want to weigh in, you can do so. Always tap in the comments. And other crash and burns this week, Monique penned an open letter to Tyler Perry after his speech at Angie Stone's funeral. Did you guys get a chance to look at Monique's letter that she posted?
Child, she said in closing.
She said, child.
I had to pull a Keke, child. It say, in closing, I hope your words at Angie's funeral inspire you to correct the wrongs done to my family and me. You have the power to do so. As you've shared biblical teachings, please remember, what will it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? Mark 8, chapter 36, verse. We await your response with love and respect. Monique and Sydney.
Yep, she is. She in that book, Keke.
As she should.
You know, I can't say nothing about Monique. I won't. Me neither. She gave me my first acting job.
I love her. She put on for all the big girls, honey. Okay, look.
Whatever
said, whatever Monique say they did.
No. I'm just saying whatever Tyler and her have going on, whatever that is something that she can't shake. She just can't shake it.
Well, she's talked about the damages that she alleges has caused her family and the millions of dollars lost.
What was it?
She has talked about losing movie roles, the damage done to her reputation, the loss of opportunity in Hollywood, all because of this situation. So it's easy for us as viewers and to say, move on. And we see her get her Netflix special. We see her on the road killing it with Cat Williams. We see her. This is the Monique we know and love, but we don't know what it was like, that dark period that she went through where she was truly blackballed.
That's fact.
I get all of that, and I say this with love because Monique. Every time I've met Monique and talked to Monique, she is the sweetest lady
and the best
in the world.
She is the best hug.
One of the nicest. Yep. So it's even hard to critique this. But if I was to critique anything, and I say this with love, like Monique would say, I just don't like her taking the moment at Angie Stone's funeral to talk about herself.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just let Angie have her moment, and then you can just address Tyler on your own. But Angie Stone is no longer here, and I just think that I didn't like that, taking that moment from the funeral.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and making it about
her beef with Tyler.
About her beef with Tyler. I didn't like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There it is. All right, man, let's get into it, man. March Madness is here. Tone, you excited?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of a parlay.
First of all, Tone is a sports bet fiend. All right, but check this out. Former President Barack Obama has released his March Madness bracket. Let's take a look. All right, as you see, look at the men's bracket. You see what it looks like. President Obama has Duke winning it all. What you think, Tom?
I have him winning it all as well.
You got Duke taking it all?
Yes, I do.
Are you a Dookie?
Yeah.
Not a Duke. What?
Yeah, but yeah. That sounded weird, but yeah.
Not a Dookie.
Yeah.
That's what they call people who go for Duke.
Oh, okay.
I don't trust black men who go for Duke.
Why?
Why not? I mean, I have a really good explanation. I got to fix things out and knock stuff out. There's a guy that I think he's passed away now, Phil Henderson. He played against Kendall Gill. He was played like Michael Jordan to me. I followed him when he went to Duke, and I just been a Duke fan ever since.
Okay, so that's how you went. That's how you.
That's it.
It's got to be some type of personal connection because Duke was once a very racist institution that didn't let.
What's a lot of black people go there now?
You know what I'm saying? Well, you can't say a lot. There's just the ones the ones that are good at sports.
It's a lot.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
don't do that because you went to HBCU. Don't do that. Don't talk about it.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Well, I want to shout out.
I think we need to take our talent back to the HBCUs. All right, and then let March Madness come to us because if the top talent came there, it wouldn't be no conversation. But
March Madness, y'all need to get out in March.
That's what you do. The madness. That's what the madness needs to be. Can we pull up the women's bracket real quick?
You're not gonna ask me who I think gonna win the men?
Who you think gonna win the men?
Who you think gonna win the men?
Excuse y'all, I have Chris Brown.
Keke, that is not a
Chris Brown he gonna win for the men at the March Madness. Yes, that's my pick.
Keke. This is sports. This is not music.
Chris Brown can win again in every area.
Her brother definitely filled that bracket out for her.
I don't have a bracket. This is off the
She
internet.
done put all types of stuff.
All type of stuff.
She put Beyonce on her bracket.
Yes,
She
I
just
did.
wild.
It's wild. Hey guys, if you are there is gonna be an upset later on tonight. It might be in Arkansas over Kansas. I'll just give you that one.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey,
cool. Good luck.
Jocelyn, she watching the Puerto Rican princess.
Jocelyn, what's happening?
Let us know if you want to go live with us again, friend. We would
Come
love
on,
to have you.
we waiting on you. All
Okay,
right.
let's get to the women.
Okay, so we have the women's NCAA women's tournament. It looks like Barack Obama has South Carolina taking it all.
Yeah.
So I can see that. You definitely can't go against the Gamecocks. You know what I'm saying? South Carolina Gamecocks led by Dawn Staley. Did I say her last name right?
Staley, yeah.
Yep. Dawn Staley. She's the dopest coach in it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I think she's the highest paid women's coach, rightfully so, as well. Top recruiter. I mean, it's just hard to go against her. But you can't forget Juju Watkins is out there balling for
USC.
USC. Paige Buckner, she's a hooper out there for
Connecticut.
UConn.
Yep.
I mean, for
University of Connecticut.
yeah, for University of Connecticut, UConn. You know what I'm saying? So it's some hoopers out there. My only issue with Paige is injured a lot. You know what I'm saying? Paige is injured a lot, but she is a baller. But you can't. I'm going with Dawn Staley. I don't think Juju and them got enough firepower to beat the Gamecocks. So.
The good thing is we get to see Juju and Paige. A lot of people were mad they had them on the same side, and they're gonna meet. They're gonna meet a little bit earlier than people would like to. But hey, I just want to see Juju and Paige go at it again. That was big time TV.
Yes.
Can't wait to watch that. And Dawn Staley, yes. The South Carolina Gamecocks are going to win it.
They're definitely going to win it.
They're going to win it.
Okay.
They're gonna
and
win.
I love the way the women's game is right now.
Mhm.
Like I'd be fired up for the women's game. I'm excited to see Juju, Paige, and them go to the next level when they go to the WNBA. It's just I'm fired up. You know what I'm saying? The thing that's crazy this year is
What?
I know more. If we talking about names, I know more big names coming out the women's bracket than I do the men's.
As you should.
It's-
The women be
I
balling,
mean,
okay? And they
it's-
fine and cute. It's a lot when you watching the women.
Yeah,
they got to teach
hooping.
you sports.
Well,
Yeah.
first of all, let's talk about these March Madness brackets because for everybody who work a 9 to 5 and y'all at y'all desk sending out emails asking people to fill out brackets on the company's time, I'm gonna snitch on y'all because first of all, this is a lot of stress. Okay, all these lines and numbers and names and counties and cities. I had to Google where SZA was born because I'm trying to put her on my
This
bracket.
fool got Beyonce, Blue Ivy, SZA, Glorilla, and then like to win the whole thing is Beyonce. So you just gave all the schools a name.
Yes, I feel like, because it's very complicated. Where did y'all learn to fill this stuff out? Is it a course? Is it?
No,
Keke,
this is guy stuff.
You watch the teams, and whoever you think's win, you put on the next line. It's not that hard.
No, it really is.
You was really confused.
I was so confused. My mind was in a pretzel, honey. You got lines pointing from this number to that. I can't even pronounce some of this stuff. Marquette is playing Marquita. Who is that?
Marquette.
See, I don't know. Don't let me just
They
tell
are
y'all.
annoying me
Don't-
because this is annoying me because this is my favorite time of year. For most people, they think it's like a holiday. We're gonna have basketball on literally starting from 10 in the morning all the way until 10 at night. It's the best time of year. The first 2 rounds of the NCAA March Madness is great. Again, look, I'm hoping for things to break my way because if they are, I probably won't be on next week because I'll be celebrating all the money that I've won.
Now let me ask you something, Tone. When you do your parlays,
yes,
Yeah, let's talk about a parlay.
are you doing your parlay? Are you single betting your parlay, or you doing the big leg, long leg?
I'm doing, there's some singles. Shout out to Alabama State. I knew y'all wasn't gonna get beat by 30. Made a little money with right there. It's a couple things,
Okay.
I
you
will,
bet the over under too.
No, that's the spread.
The spread. You bet the spread.
Yeah, I bet the spread. And then, I don't want to bore y'all with none of that stuff, but I want to let you know that tomorrow's a big day too. You can make some money. Okay, that is.
How much money we talking?
I mean,
Keke,
it's some thousands.
Cut me in.
It's some thousands out there for me. Right now, I am close to some thousands.
Really?
Yes, I'm close.
So
to
if
some
I put like $5 on the game, on the bracket, how much can I win?
It depends on who you bet.
Depends on how you win, how many legs the bet it is. It's
Keke,
a lot.
I'm gonna tell you something. That $5 ain't going far.
It ain't going.
Nah, it ain't gonna fly.
I tell you what, give me $100. I tell you what to do with.
Yeah.
No, I ain't trusting no man that want to tell me what to do with my $100. I know what to do with my $100. Okay, and let's hold on to it, please.
All right,
I'm not going.
All right. Let's go. We ready? We got a guest coming in.
Yeah, I think we got a special guest coming in.
Yeah, man.
All right.
That's right.
All right. We have a new release for you, roomies. First of all, I want you to check this out.
Yeah, work some. Yeah, work some. What? Yeah, work some. Yeah, work some.
Yeah.
That song brought it out of me. I ain't gonna lie, that was hard.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Join us right now, roomies. I want you to welcome Detroit's very own Icewear Vezzo. Welcome to TSR Live.
What up,
I have not seen you. What up, bro? I ain't seen you since we kicked it at All-Star in Carolina and North Carolina on the stage with Gucci Man. That's what my boy Joey Zaza introduced me to you. I was like, man, he the next dude coming out of Detroit. Congratulations on what you got going on, killer.
I appreciate it, brother. It mean a lot. You know, it's crazy. Nip was down there that day too, bro.
Yeah,
yep. On me. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's been a little minute, bro. I'm glad all is well, bro. I appreciate y'all for having me too.
Absolutely.
For sure, bro. We love the Worth Something record. It's dope. It's got that energy, man. And I see you got Detroit's own Big Sean on the collab as well. Is it always magic when y'all two link up?
Absolutely. See, with this record, right? This me and Sean's second record. The first one, it was more so like in his bag. This one, I wanted him to bring. I wanted to, get him in his Sean Dime bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Big Sean deserved to be able to pop it how he want to pop it. He put a lot of work in the industry. He made it to a level that a lot of us pray and hope to God that we can make it to. And Sean's super duper humble. And he's extremely talented. So he don't rap on Detroit beats often. So when I talk to him for this record, I'm like, bro, listen, bro, put the humbleness down and all that. God know your intentions. That's all it's about. God know you a humble dude. Everything out the window for this record, bro. Go on, pop it, bro. You deserve to do that. And his fan base don't usually hear him rap on Detroit beats. So I thought that was different, and we got the outcome that we got. So shout out to Big Sean for that.
I think we got a clip for Big Sean's verse. Let's play it.
Good look, baby, I'm looking better. Richer than all of the bosses, put together. I took losses just like you, except I took them better. The type of chopper Vezzo got ain't got no damn propellers. Add me up, it's like an M on me, babe, I can't tuck it. Used to pull up in a bucket and try to duck it. Sticks on every member on some hockey pucks. Boy, you ain't made it till you make it through the times it's tough.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying, though? You ain't popping it on there?
Yeah.
I like that you did that.
We got run that Sean Don bag, man.
Yes.
Where were y'all at, bro? Where were y'all at?
We was in my hood. We was in Detroit on the east side on 6 Mile at Zorbas. Zorbas is a Coney Island. So like in Detroit, Coney Islands is like, it's like a McDonald's. They pretty much on every corner. Everywhere you go, and the menu is unlimited. They sell everything. It's like one of them late night after the club joints. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's like the most famous one we got in Detroit is Zorbas. My godmother, she owned that joint. So we was in the middle of the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Sean came over there, no security, no nothing. He popped out and he did what he did. Because he loved like that, and we respect him. He was with me at that. You know what I mean? So it was all love. The video was nothing but great energy. You know what I mean? We had a ball, we had a blast. It wasn't no nonsense and none of that.
Mm-hmm. That's dope. Well, tell us about your latest EP, Undefeated, man. Who else did you collaborate with?
So for this project, for me, it was more so just, having my own way on this joint. I do a lot of features every project I drop. I got songs with Future. I got songs with Lil Durk. I got songs with The Baby. I got songs with Lil Baby. I got songs with Juvenile, everybody, So for me, I just want to focus more so on myself. So I limited the amount of features I put on there. So this joint, it just got Big Sean, Skilla Baby, and my little homeboy GT. For Undefeated.
Kept it Detroit.
That's for sure. Now, speaking of Undefeated, I know everybody in Detroit, you're not saying nothing without having a real meeting. So outside of the obvious meaning of Undefeated, why did you name your EP that?
I've been through so much, just dealing with life. I've been in federal prison, been through everything you can think of. I've been homeless. I've been poor. I had money. I've been did a lot of stuff that I regretted. You know, a lot of stuff that God punished me for that I work every day to make up for or whatever. But outside of that, even just dealing with record labels, like dealing with so much stuff. And I still came out on top, pause. And when I say came out on top, I mean, like a changed man. I learned from my mistakes. I took accountability for the things that I did. I ain't blame nobody else for my problems or for my mishaps or for anything, for any nonsense or any bad energy that I put out in the world. And I feel like I'm undefeated against all the negativity, against everything the devil threw at me, against everything. So when I say undefeated, I mean undefeated just in my journey, in life.
Yeah,
for sure.
I know that's big, Vezzo. And you talk about making it through all of the things you've made it through. You clearly don't play about your money. Okay. I can see the ice on you right now. When you talk about making it through the record labels and stuff, you're an independent artist now, right?
Yeah, I'm independent. I've been independent for a couple of years. The last record label I was with was QC. Yep, so I'm independent. For some reason, it seemed like every time I'm independent, stuff just go way better for me. I don't know what that is. Like I never ended a record deal with a bad relationship. P really my homie, like that's my friend. We was friends before I signed to his record label, whatever. And we ended on great terms. Same thing with Motown Records. We ended on great terms. It's just like God just put me in a position to have to be a boss and run my own ship or whatever. So I didn't intentionally try to be independent. It just the cards was dealt that way, and I handled it way better. It's I think a lot of artists should be independent, honestly. Especially we young, we black, we trying to get money, we trying to feed our family, take care of other people, and build other things for ourselves, other businesses, and venture out. We can't rap forever. I don't want to be. Yeah, I don't want to be a 50-year-old rapper. And no shade to anybody that's 50 making music. All is well. God bless you on that. That's just not the journey that I wanna take. And I think the best way to work towards that is to stay independent, learn the business, and make every dollar that you can make from yourself. This is our brand, this is our name. I bled, sweat, and cried for this. We all did. Every artist that's out there making music, from the mainstream artists to the independent artists to the up and coming artists to the no name artists, we put a lot of work into this. So I think we deserve to be able to reap all the benefits from our labor.
Absolutely.
And that's all. But I will not really a pushback, but just more just like in Detroit, in Michigan, and y'all got y'all own. Y'all one of them places like a Texas, like a LA, even some point like Atlanta and New Orleans, where y'all can kind of be a thing on your own. Y'all really don't need nothing. Y'all, you think about it, like the music, the Detroit music, people be stars in Detroit. And you might not hear about them for a while, but they've been big in Michigan forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why it's probably a little easier for you because y'all really get behind y'all people in Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah, you right. You're right about that. But I will push back on saying honestly, every city and every state can do the same thing. I think what everybody lacking is just the unity. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And we can get better in our unity in Detroit. We ain't perfect, but the thing about with Detroit artists is we don't bring our problems to the internet. We don't bring our differences to the internet. We settle them behind the internet, behind the scenes. We talk like men and adults, and we communicate with one another. But I think it don't matter what city and what state, what ghetto, what hood you in. If every artist from that city and from that area come together, period, then they can create their own wave. Because that's the same thing Atlanta did. That's the same thing Houston did. Look what Dallas doing right now. Look how they moving. Right. Dallas turned right now. And they artists, they are moving and grooving. And the ones that don't rock with each other, we don't know. We don't know who rock with who, and that's how it should be. But I think every city and every state can do that. We just gotta we gotta stop competing with one another. It's enough money out here for everybody. We don't need to compete with each other. You my sister. Both of y'all my brothers. We together. We won. Period. We move as a unit. We got way more to gain to move together, to move as one. So the moment every artist in every area understand that then they gonna be able to win. We all gonna be able to win. It's enough money for all of us. It's millions and millions of people that love the rap culture, that love music, something that we created. Black people, we did this. We made the world love this. We made the world dance and sing and rap and understand a good tune and a great song. We just gotta come together. It's just all about unity. So it ain't that we got one up. We just did what a lot of people should do, which is just bring it all in together, and then venture out.
For sure.
Yeah. Vezzo, I do want to ask you this real quick. How does it feel being named the 5th most powerful person in Detroit?
You know what's crazy? When I first seen that, I thought it was like some flauge and stuff, like some, just a random website. Like ain't no way they just named me the 5th most powerful person in Detroit. I got nervous because I'm like, man, it's the type of stuff that'll get a person in trouble. Like, how powerful as in what? Like, what kind of power do y'all think I got? So, but when I did my research on the company that put that out, that they're a well-respected company and they do a lot of research and they dig really deep into the people that they put on that list, and it take them a couple years to make that list or whatever. And then I understood what they meant by power. And I think they meant just more so the unity that I'm able to bring together amongst my neighborhood and other neighborhoods and just the rap community and all that, and all the work that I do, all the work that I give back. I did a 2019 census count for Mayor Mike Duggan. As soon as I got out of prison, that was the very first thing that I did. I've been opening up business since I was a shorty. I bought my first restaurant when I was 24 years old, and I bought a car wash when I was 24 years old, and I had a dispensary when I was 24 years old. Those were my first 3 businesses, and I think they more so just paid attention to that, just paid attention to the longevity I had in the city, and not be able to have too many problems and too many run-ins with other black men or black women or none of that. You know what I mean? But at first, it don't make me feel anything. Like, I care about what God think. As long as I'm pleasing God, then I'm okay. But sometimes people take the word power the wrong way, so it kind of made me nervous. I'm like, I don't need that right now. I'm not don't call me powerful. Then they put me right before Mayor Mike Duggan. I'm like, oh, y'all tweaking. Y'all trying to get me in trouble, bro. What is y'all doing? But it's all good though. I didn't take that to the head. I don't feel like I'm just this big dog, or I'm the one, it don't make me feel like that. It's all good. My mission is to please God and to take care of my wife and to take care of my children. And as long as I make them happy, then that's what make me feel powerful. Being a good father and being the best husband I can be, because I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect, but that's what make me feel powerful right there.
There it is.
No, that's right.
There it is. Got a game, don't we? It's time to play a game.
All right, we're gonna play a quick game, man. It's called Which House? Okay, and you have to pick a house that you'd want to collaborate with a project. So we're gonna put the houses on the screen, and it's different artists on each house. The first house is Eminem, 50 Cent, Dr. Dre. The second house is Warren G, Terrence Martin, and Nate Dogg. Third house is Glorilla, Sexy Red, and Cardi B. And the fourth house, Tupac, Young Dolph, Takeoff. Which house would you want to do a project with?
Now y'all know y'all wrong for putting Tupac, Dolph, and Takeoff on one. How would I not be? How couldn't I choose that house? But you know what? Then y'all got Warren G. Y'all got Warren G and Nate Dogg though. Like, man, shout out to Warren G. Me and Warren G just did a song. Actually, I redid his beat Regulator. He jumped on the remix. But y'all got M, 50 Cent, Drake. I ain't gonna lie though, I'm gonna go with number 3. You know why? Because the women turned up and they making that music. They working. You know what I'm saying? They in the studio, they working nonstop, they putting on. The women got the rap game on lock right now, and they work ethic is crazy. And all 3 of them know how to make music. Not saying that everybody else don't, but I'm gonna rock with the shorties on this one.
There you go. There it is.
Great answer.
No doubt. No doubt. Hey, man, Icewear Vezzo, man, thanks for stopping by the show, man. We appreciate you, man. We're going to have to have you come back again, dog.
As well. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. God bless y'all.
Love.
Absolutely.
I love him. He got to come
cool.
see us when he comes to Chicago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good dude. Good dude.
All right, let's talk politics and pop culture. Alencia Johnson is a correspondent on CNN and MSNBC and is a former senior advisor to Obama, Biden, and Vice President Harris. She's a Delta advisor to Warner Music Group's Social Justice Fund Board and just finished teaching a course at Georgetown on how pop culture shapes politics. All right. Right now, welcome to the show, Alencia Johnson. What's going on?
Hey. Hi. How are y'all? I'm so sorry I'm in the car.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. You know, you just dropped a new book, Flip the Tables. We'll definitely get into that. But today, Donald Trump just signed an executive order to dismantle the Department of Education. What type of impact do you think that will have on communities of color?
Listen, it is really devastating. And, you know, when I think about what the Department of Education does, particularly for people with disabilities, when it comes to making sure that schools that need resources for free lunch programs and free breakfast programs that actually help our kids, their brains develop and they can focus at school. And for some kids, these are their only meals in a day, depending on where they're coming from. That is the impact that it's going to have. Our states cannot absorb all of the our states actually don't have enough resources to absorb what's going to happen. The other piece too that I don't think people are understanding, like the federal government employs a significant amount of Black people, and dismantling a whole agency. I live in the DMV area. I'm in LA right now, but I live in the DMV area, and majority of Black people there are either federal workers or government contractors. And these people are going to lose their jobs, and government jobs, sorry, the car, we're backing up. Government jobs have been the ability for a lot of us to obtain wealth and hopefully close the racial wealth gap. So this will significantly impact the generation to come, right? The next generation of Black leaders, but also Black people who are currently employed right now and have that, as our parents would say, that good government job that is taking care of them.
All right. Let's talk about your new book, Flip the Tables. What inspired you to write it?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I am the daughter of a pastor, and I love the story of Jesus in the Bible when he went into the temple and flipped over tables. And I literally was like, what got Jesus so crunk that he would flip over tables, right? And that was at the height of the COVID pandemic in spring of 2020. It was also in the middle of the racial justice uprising, given George Floyd's murder, another crazy election, although I feel like every campaign I've worked on is like the craziest election ever. And then me personally, I was going through some personal transformation. I had all these accolades, all these jobs, but I wasn't really happy personally, right? I had put a lot of my personal goals on the back burner to stay booked and busy, right? To catch flights, not feelings, but like that wasn't serving me. And so I was thinking about that story of Jesus in the Bible, and I was like, what would get us to the point where we wanted to flip over the proverbial tables in our lives, but also the communities around us? And I constantly get the question of, how can I have impact and how can I do more in the world? And folks think you have to be an elected official or a celebrity who has a lot of money with a huge platform. And the reality is there's like every single day things that we can do that will change the world, so long as we are building a community. And how we build strong communities is actually healing ourselves so that we treat each other well. Because sometimes we don't treat each other well. Sometimes we don't even go and talk to our neighbor. Like where I live right now, I've been trying to talk to one of my new neighbors and she just really won't speak to me. And I'm like, how can we build community to face the oppression if we can't even love one another? And so that is why this book goes in 3 phases: disruption of self, disruption of vision, because we also have to have a radical imagination and a vision to stay committed to the cause, and then disruption of community in very, very, very simple ways that people can take 10, 15 minutes a day to do something that will push us forward.
All right. Shout out Kathy Wilson, says she really enjoyed your book. We got the roomies checking in. She said she really enjoyed it.
Yes. Now you've held so many positions and you've worked around a lot of people in power. And from that experience, when you're looking at what we're dealing with today, Trump has been signing executive orders, but we got Elon Musk firing federal workers and judges are reversing orders. Who really has the power?
I mean, look, at this point, I would say it's President Musk and First Lady Trump. He hates to say that. But Did I
Go
lie?
ahead, man, sis. That's
Because he's so scared of, he's let Elon Musk in, and Elon Musk has access to so much of our information that at this point, even if they were to fall out, he probably can't distance himself too much because Elon Musk has so much access to our government secrets, our personal data, all of this information that, quite frankly, you should have a top level security clearance in order to engage with. But what I really want to flip this on is that we, the people, we may not have the money, but we have the people power. So if I look at the last election, there are a lot of people that say, oh, majority of Americans wanted this, who voted for Donald Trump. Actually, majority of Americans who did vote did not vote for Donald Trump. Now, not the majority of them voted for Kamala Harris. They might have voted for other candidates, but the majority of people who did vote did not vote for Donald Trump. And then there were 90 million eligible voters who stayed home. And had 10 million of those people, actually had like 2 million of those people actually voted, this wouldn't be the situation that we're in. And so I want everyone listening to this interview to understand that the power is on the people. If we look at movements like the civil rights movement, if we look at the labor movements, when people have risen up together and pushed back and challenged our government, you know, it is uncomfortable and it requires a level of courage, which is why I talk so much about courage in the book. But if we like literally band together, like folks can't stop the people power. And the reality is a lot of what we're seeing is like the slow death of white supremacy, right? Like as this country is continuing to, you know, become more brown and black, like this country is like not looking like the people who are in power. They're grasping for straws and literally grasping onto these are the last stages of capitalism and white supremacy. And so while they look like they have the power because of money and they're in the White House, literally, we are the people. We can shut this down.
Come on.
There it is.
I want to ask you, what are 3 takeaways from the book that you think we should know?
Well, one, every single thing that we want to do in the world and how we want to change the world, we literally have all the tools within ourselves. So when we talk about healing ourselves, I talk about when I quit therapy, and I'm an advocate for therapy, but sometimes we actually have to take the work and do it ourselves, right? We can't just rely on someone else. So one, we have the tools to make the change we need to make inside of us as well as in the world around us. 2, disruption doesn't have to be this lofty thing left again for elected officials. I mean, honestly, I think we need new elected officials. But if we left all the decision making up to them, we would be even worse off than we are right now. We actually have that power and the tools to do that. And the book talks about everyday ways that you can actually really get involved, but that doesn't take you away from your job. And 3, we have to, and I'm paraphrasing Alice Walker, this is what got me out of bed 2 days after the election. She said, you have to maintain a healthy soul in order to face constant oppression. And so joy and rest are just as imperative in showing up for the resistance. The reason that our ancestors especially were able to get through so many things is because of joy and rest. That literally is resistance. And that is the thing that they're trying to kill in us, because even as we are so oppressed, they can't take away our culture and our brilliance and how amazing we are and the fun that we have together. And that is literally what threatens people. So joy and rest are just as important to the work as is the courage to resist.
Joy and rest.
That's right. Major key alert.
Man, I'm kind of blown away a little bit by
we gotta get the book.
You gotta get the book. Are you all? Wait, you all are in. If you all are in Chicago, I think I heard that. I'm actually doing a book stop next week, so we'll have to send you the information.
Please do. Thanks a lot for joining us, and of course we're gonna get the book and read it, because very, very well said. Because it's a lot going down. I love the power to the people, because we are the battery to all of this.
Come on.
That's right. That's right.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, Queen. We'll let you get to your event, and you can stop by any other time.
Thank you. I'll talk to you all soon.
Yep. Later.
Bye.
That was
she
dope.
was dropping gems.
I was shook a little bit. I was like,
you gotta get that book.
Yeah, you can tell like she really got a lot of DST in her. You can really tell a Delta woman.
Yeah,
she's true.
I love
Deltas.
Deltas.
Yeah. All right. Can you
guess?
guess?
Be a Delta?
I said I love. Now I gotta say I love all Greek women. Okay, now you're trying to start stuff. I love everybody. Delta, aka.
It's okay if you want to be a Delta.
GD Vastor. Can you come on with the
GD what?
Just come on.
Sorry, homies. Sorry about that.
Can y'all guess what city has the most ghosters? Guess what city has the most ghosters? Can you guess it?
Chicago.
Nope. I'll give you a hint, Tom.
Houston.
No.
New York.
No. They call it Chocolate City. That's right.
Oh.
Washington, D.C. comes in at number 1 with 76% of residents admitting to ghosting someone. Now, the study conducted by Number Barn revealed that 54% of people often ghost due to loss of interest. 28% ghost due to red flags like dishonesty, Keke.
What?
And the study also discovered that 75% of singles have been ghosted, with men being slightly more likely to experience it than women. Because it's hard being a man, Dave.
Yes.
All right. Other cities with high rankings include Tampa, San Francisco, Austin, and Las Vegas. So my question to you guys is, have you ever ghosted somebody?
Of course.
Yeah. Elton, tell us about it.
Mind your business.
What? You said it so proud. Yes.
No, but red flags. Red flags.
Okay.
Red flags. And I don't know if dishonesty is the one, but yeah, when you catch people in stupid lies, you be like, I don't even, why even go down this even path? But yeah, I will. I'm 100%.
I ghosted a woman one time for smelling like fried chicken.
She might have just cooked.
She smelled. She smelled like she worked at Popeyes.
That's
Like
the
they
worst.
dipped her in the. I was like, it was our first time kicking it. It was 2 times my most petty ghost. It was 1 when she smelled like chicken, and 2, the girl teeth was gray.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, teeth.
Yeah, she's
And I'm just sitting there talking. I'm like, your teeth are translucent.
Ooh.
So I had to get up out of there. Yeah.
Be careful
so
of this.
mean.
Be careful of this one. Be careful of laugh and the smile like this.
Oh
You
yeah.
crazy. You crazy. Uh-oh.
I mean, it's trouble in there.
Oh my God.
Now, let me ask y'all this. Could you ever go back and date somebody who ghosted you? Like you got ghosted before, or before she didn't know she was talking to Tone Capone at the time. Then she found out, did her Googles. Now she want to come back talking about, hey, big head.
Ooh.
Never. I got pride, bro.
How you don't spin the block? You
Yeah, I don't spin the block. Once we pay, nah, it's all good.
I'm easy.
Roomies, let us know the petty
Zach
reason you
will
go
bend
to
back.
I'm
somebody.
easy. I go back. You ain't like me at first. I know.
You do say that a lot.
I tell you,
You do say that a lot.
Because I'm not liked on first glance. You know what I'm saying? You got to get to know me a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
God.
I know. See, I know I'm overlookable. You know what I'm saying? But then once you lock in, you're like, oh, I like him. You know what I'm saying? I've had to deal with that my whole life. So I get it. I never go ahead and go the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Once they have a conversation with you.
Yeah, once they talk to me, you know what I'm saying, been around, they be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I have to win them over.
Nah,
Yeah.
Well, I
So
fully
I'll go
support ghosting. I fully support
I'm
it.
about to say, I was
What?
wondering it, but you was gonna jump in and say,
Yeah, I completely support. Life is short. I don't have time to explain to you why I don't want to talk to you no more. Just figure it out. Come up with something on your own. I don't have time for this. We do a segment every morning on the Fred Show called "Waiting by the Phone," where people get ghosted. And when people call up there, and then some of the reasons they have for ghosting people is very valid. So if you clipping your toenails at the table, if you take me home on the first date and you got a roommate and y'all sharing the same bedroom. Those are all very valid reasons.
Okay.
This is the stuff they call.
Wow.
This is the stuff they call
What
the
about
Fred
if
Show about. You have a very valid reason to get ghosted. So I am fully for ghosting, and I'm the type of person. If I text you once and you don't respond, you ain't got to worry about me. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
really?
I'm not double texting nobody. But I ain't double texting nobody but my DoorDash man. Okay, everybody else, I don't give a damn what y'all got going on. You don't want to respond to me, you ain't got to worry about me. So I fully support ghosting. Protect your peace, protect your energy, and block whoever you need to block. Okay. Period.
That's crazy.
Yes.
It's no way. Nah, man. What's the roomies talking about this? They said grow up.
To who?
Rumi said, grow up.
Roomies, they said grow. Look, I'm gonna tell you, you got to no spinning the block. There's no reason to spin the block. We didn't work out. You found some reason you didn't want to talk to me anymore. I didn't want to talk to you. Why are we spinning the block?
But why can't
keep it pushing.
why can't y'all be grown and have a conversation and be like, hey, this isn't working for me, da-da-da. Like, just end it. That's
I got
all you
stuff
have
This
to
is
do.
2025. If
stuff to
somebody
do.
does not return your text message, you give them the text, and
No.
then now I have done this one. I have done the question mark. You hit them with the question mark, and you don't get that after the question mark. It's no more calls after that.
I'm not even doing that. If
Nah.
you don't want to talk to me, you don't have to talk to me. Have
If
y'all
you
ever been
don't
on the
want
phone with a
me.
friend and the phone die and you just let it be? Or you lose service
Oh, yeah.
and you be like, thank you, Lord. Like that was the Lord. Like I don't just let it be.
And you
I
don't call back.
I don't want to call you back. You don't want to call me back.
When the phone
Let's
dies.
just end this mutually. You know what I'm saying? That's how I think about ghosting. Like I don't. Me and my friends do this all the time. I'm like, oh, it died, child. We'll talk tomorrow. I don't have time to be doing all that.
You'll be calling back like my phone had died.
No. So shout out to y'all that are grown and mature and can have a conversation. But the rest of us,
Well, content creator Black Noah 7 is breaking down his thoughts on the difference of being single or lonely. Take a look at this.
Being single, that don't mean you lonely. You know, being alone don't make you lonely. Single is okay. I mean, some of us have mastered being single to the point where that's like being with somebody, being single. I got me, you dig? I take me out, you know, I can buy myself things. I make myself happy. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing. You dig what I'm saying? That's beautiful. I ain't got nobody on my ass all day. Ain't nobody bothering me. I ain't got to make them happy, which that ain't my job anyway, but some of you seem to think it's other people's job to make you happy. But being single, I don't have nobody bothering me. I have peace. That is a hell of an upgrade to have peace. So being single is like having someone because you have yourself. Who's better than that, Tad?
There it is.
Okay.
I ain't mad at him. Can you truly be happy being single and alone over a long period of time?
I absolutely think you can. One is a whole number. Okay, for my single friends out there, that's a word, whole
Keke.
number.
Where you get that from? That's nice.
From church, you like that? I got that from the pastor.
I like that one. I said,
but yeah, it's a whole number, and you don't have to live life codependent. You came in this world alone. You know what I'm saying? You do not have to be codependent and attached to somebody to be valued and to have a happy life. Many people live their life single, and they are happy that way. And I think what we need to do is just let people be. Stop asking me if your niece steady coming to Thanksgiving dinner single. Stop pressuring her. Where your man at? Wait, let her be. Like, it's too much going on in the world. Just ask, how's her mental health? Is she happy? Is she healthy? If that's all intact, being single is not a bad thing. It's okay.
Let's be real. Can we just be real?
Please
Can we
be
take
real.
the bandage off? Because y'all don't like to be real sometimes.
Come on.
Okay. People who are single are not alone. They are single and freaky. They out here having nasty sex. They are going on dates with whoever they want to go to. These single people ain't alone. You think call some single people after 10 o'clock.
Exactly. Now you ain't wrong.
You seeing these you think these people are alone? Now I don't think that people should be alone for, like, you know what I'm saying? I think there's a difference between being single and alone. Okay. Just because you're single means you're not committed to somebody, and you may not have to answer to somebody.
Right.
But the most single people I don't know nobody out here alone. If I'm talking to somebody, I assume they talking to somebody, whether they single or not. You know what I'm saying? Because this single by yourself thing, I don't even think that exists.
No.
Yeah.
No. I've always said, like, when you just meet somebody, you meet this dope person, and then they just by themselves. You caught them in they by themselves moment. No, they either on the end of something, on the way into something new, and they just want to see where you fit in. And I do agree with him, though. I mean, in the sense of being single, but he took it a little bit far. Like for me, like being single, then you cautious about what you let in. You know what I mean? And then you evaluate what you have let in, and then you figure it out and you get in a relationship. But I don't think nothing's wrong with being single. When I'm in my single space, I want to be cautious.
I just feel like sometimes we make single like it's COVID. Like, you single?
Yeah.
Oh, oh my gosh, she's single.
Yeah,
oh, like,
she ain't single.
She could be happy.
It's a dude.
She might be with your man.
Let's go. Let's get to it. Joining us right now is actress, reality star, and of course hip hop royalty. Roomies welcome, Reginae Carter. What's up?
Am I right?
No.
Now you got it.
You good. Now, Reginae, you heard what we were just talking about, being single. Do you think it's anything wrong?
Could y'all tell him to be quiet real quick? I can't hear nothing. I'm so sorry.
She can't hear. No, it's all good.
Yeah, get him right.
They are loud.
Wait, you flip it around, Reginae. Turn your camera like this, just like that. Put your phone like that. There you go, sis. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Angles.
Hey, y'all.
All right. Did you hear what we were just talking about the debate about being single?
Yeah, I heard y'all, and I feel like if somebody's single and they say they single, just believe them. No, just kidding.
See what I'm saying?
I
See
know
what I'm
that's
saying?
right, girl. Yes.
Okay.
Wait, where we going? Okay, there we go.
Yeah. All right. I mean, do you think people can even be happy being single though?
Honestly, it's some people that really loves love like me and that be wanting to be with somebody. I'm sorry, y'all. And that be wanting to be, say hi. And that be wanting to be, like me, I'm a lover girl. Oh, why I keep doing that? I don't know why I keep doing that, y'all. I'm not even touching it.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm a lover girl, and honestly, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna take this time. I'm gonna be to myself and focus on me. But I really love to be in relationships. So it's some people that love to be in relationships and don't like to be single. But maybe I need to be single because I picked the wrong one.
Oh, girl, you still with Wizard Kelly?
Why do I keep doing that?
This is actually funny.
It is funny.
That's a sign. That said nope. It says nope. I'm not with Wizard Kelly.
Okay. See, and that's so if y'all don't know, Reginae is like me. We're both Sagittarius. And she decided to not let us see what her latest man looked like. And I do the same thing. I've been in a long relationship, but my man is nowhere on my social media because he's not my husband. So Reginae's doing the same thing. She called him Wizard Kelly because you could only see his body, never his head. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh.
And you see they not together, so she did the right thing.
Look at you. That's sneaky.
Yeah.
Is my camera switching again?
Yeah, it did, but it's okay. Look, we see you, girl. We'll fix it later in post.
Just talk to us how you gonna talk to us, sis.
But Reginae, are you currently single right now, or you already moved on?
Yes, I'm currently single. I'm working on myself, loving myself, just trying to better myself for, that person that comes. Because I feel like I got a lot of stuff to work on too.
Okay. Now you talked about making sisterhood a priority in 2025. Why?
Because I feel like my friends help me a lot just like staying afloat, just being my village. And that is what we really need. These men, they gonna ride for each other. Let me tell you something. There's been so many men that I done dated. They was like, okay, I'm about to go to London with so-and-so. And I'd be like, well, dang, what about me? I want females to ride for each other like they ride for them. Like, we need to stick together, be more like, BLK has this social mode where it's like you can get into you can meet people, y'all can connect, work together, and stop making everything about a man. And that is what I'm trying to learn now.
Okay. So what is BLK?
You say what?
I said, tell us all about BLK. What exactly is that in the whole sisterhood collaboration? So the roomies know how to tap in.
Okay, so we'll be okay. I've been working with them. First, I did the love type of thing where me, like the dating world and stuff like that. But now they are getting into the social mode where it's like, a lot of people getting together. Our black people coming together and really working and networking and just like, okay, not too long ago, we had like a girls' night and we were just talking about the things that we go through. And it was so fun and it was so it was a good vibe. I met so many women who's like working on so many deals and just actually they really made me feel like, dang, I need to step it up a little bit. It's good to be around females and women and men or whatever that's going to motivate you and make you want to do more. And around a group of women, that's a plus.
There it is. Yeah. We see y'all right there, getting it in. Reginae, why do you think Black women need more spaces to collab and uplift each other?
Because we already have so many people tearing us down. I love y'all Black men, but a lot of Black men tear us down. We have the other races tearing us down. We have our black women tearing us down because we beefing about men, or we beefing about whose body is more lit, who got the best BBL. Like, it's just, we already beefed and already like kind of have this, clash going on. I feel like we need more things to come together and motivate each other and really like show that women, we don't have to fight each other. We can come together and work together and make this money.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, Reginae, they telling us from the back to have you turn your phone like this now.
Okay.
Let's see if that'll work.
One more time. There.
Y'all start a little lit.
There you go, friend. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, when you talk about sisterhood, Reginae, it's all about us moving into the soft girl era. What is your soft girl era looking like?
The era is basically just being unapologetically myself, also finding a group of women who are motivational, who really like build each other up besides putting each other down, make each other want to do more, want to work more, having a relationship with God. I do devotionals with my friends. We talk, we better each other. And that is where it all starts. Just having that village that better one another and not tear each other down.
Now, you recently hosted a BLK Ultimate Girls Night. Tell us about that.
Yes, the BLK Girls Night was so fun. That's what I was just talking about. I learned so much about the women there. It was certain people that had like different deals, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, it made me want to work more. Like, it motivated me, and it made me want to do that more. Me and my friends always get around. We have our girl talks. We motivate each other. If they find something that's like a new wave or that they put me on, I put them on. We getting this money together, and we staying afloat together. We're not hating on each other. We not like, wishing bad on each other. We want each other all to win.
Oh, that's dope. You need to add Keke to your friend group. She's positive and a gangster at the same time.
She's Sagittarius, of course.
Period. Yep.
Absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and play a game of what would you do? All right. Okay. You see your friend's man out at dinner with another woman. Do you confront him, or tell your friend, or mind your business?
Oh, I'm literally probably going up there with my phone with her on FaceTime. This is your man. Period. Like, literally. Don't want to see me. You don't want to see me.
Okay. You're out to dinner with your girls. Do you split the bill evenly, or you pay for whatever you order?
It depends on how I feel. Like, me and my friend group, we take turns sometimes, or if I want to just do it, if I don't feel like waiting for 10 damn cards getting swiped and charged, I'd be like, hey, listen, let me just do it. Y'all send it back, or I got it. It's my treat. It just all depends.
Yeah, that one is a tough one when you out with black folks. Now I'll wait.
Everybody head me down when Richard, pick your head up.
People look at the receipt. Like, hey, let me see the receipt. What? No, I ordered this.
I ordered fries.
You can't go out with us no more.
No, that's why I like to pay and be like, hey, listen.
Yeah, I believe in just splitting it even.
Yeah. Just what I mean, let's just rock out. Okay, how about this one? How about this one? You're out at the club and your friend gets way too tipsy and she wants to leave with someone she just met that night. Do you let her go? Or do you say you can talk to him tomorrow? Or do you say you just take your friend home?
She's not doing that. We're going to get his number. If that's how she feeling, we're going to get his number. We're going to tell him, calm down, dog, pipe down, and we're going to go home.
All right, two of your closest friends fall out. Do you pick a side, or do you try to mediate, or do you let them work it out?
It's so crazy. It all depends too, because sometimes it's a character thing. Like, if two of my friends fall out and I feel like, dang, you did homegirl bad, and if you're gonna do that to her and you do that to me, baby, I don't even want to be your friend. That could be one. Because that could be like, it's a character thing. If that's how you do to our friends, I don't want to be around you. But if it's like something petty or whatever, I'd be like, okay, they'll be cool. They'll be over it. So, no.
Yeah. All right, Reginae, we want you to stick around. We want you to join us for this next TSR great debate, okay?
Okay.
All right, well, let's get into it. Neo recently joined me on WGCI and Kiss FM and discussed the rules of his relationships. Let's take a look at this video, Reginae. The girlfriends are obviously the top of the headlines, but,
of course,
you know, a lot of people granddaddies had 4 girlfriends. They just never knew.
Right.
So you're being honest.
Very much so. Very much so.
But Neo, I was thinking, because I'm a little toxic, how can the girlfriends have boyfriends?
No.
Oh, so they can only have you.
Me.
But you can add to the lineup if you want to.
If I want to, but on the other side of that, I'm making sure I don't make a decision by myself. I am the head of household, but I'm not a dictator.
Okay.
Meaning, I'm not going to bring somebody in that they just don't like. I'm not going to bring somebody in and not talk to them before I try to bring somebody else in. Okay. You know, it is a group conversation that happens before anybody else is added to the situation, because adding somebody else to the situation affects everyone, not just me. So it ain't going to be just my decision. However, I do have final say so.
Okay.
And then as far as them having boyfriends, now mind you, I'm not a person that demands exclusivity. But if you offer it and I accept, okay, well, now there's rules that you have to follow.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Nothing is above a conversation with me, because I'm not an owner. I'm a partner. Yeah. I don't do ownership. I do partnership. Okay. So we can talk about whatever. Yeah. But understand, if I say no, it's no. If I say yeah, all right, we rocking. But if I say no, it's no. Okay. That's that.
All right, it's a little toxic. Now Nia,
it's not toxic because it's honest. It's truth.
Now, Reginae, he's talking about of women. Have you ever been in a relationship with a man who obviously had multiple women, and would you ever be down for something like that?
Not voluntarily. I've never been.
The real one.
Not voluntarily. I didn't mean to, but like it has been a situation where a man was kind of had a couple of people, but I had to go because my thing is, it's like I'm the one. If you haven't found that out yet, then bye. I will never go into no situation. I'm not doing poly. I ain't doing nothing like that.
Period. Yeah. Now, when you found out he was cheating, do you believe in cheating back? Like getting your lick back?
No, not really. I mean, to be honest, I will break up with you, but if you want me back and if you want me back and we're like together and I feel like you changed, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be cool with you. But if I feel like you still doing the same thing, then we just cool. Like we just homies. We could I know you, so it's like you right there, but I'm not gonna take you serious. So you should know that. If you cheated on me once, I'm not gonna take. If you cheated on me and I be like, okay, I'm done with you, and you trying to get me back, and you still doing the same thing, I ain't gonna take you serious.
So you give at least one chance.
3.
That is. That's see.
Yeah,
that's a good woman.
That's a good woman.
That's a good woman.
It is a good woman.
Let me heal. Let me go. Work through this.
Because you know, I feel like men and women are different. Like you're not gonna 100% get a man that's gonna understand you, and you're not gonna get a woman that's gonna understand you. So you guys gonna have to compromise and grow together and understand that some people gonna fuck up, some people gonna mess up, some people gonna whatever. But it's about, okay, after you did that, how are you going to fix that? Are you gonna just fuck up and just be sneakier, or are you gonna be like, damn, I really fuck with how she forgave me, and I want this person, so I'm gonna try to change.
Yeah.
There it is.
Man, look, Romy, that girl preaching right there.
But you're single right now. What are you looking for in a partner?
Someone that actually wants to be in a relationship and don't just want to have the look of the relationship. I'm Reginae Carter. You're going to get a look. So someone that doesn't want the look of being with me, then it actually wants to be a man, actually wants to be a husband, actually wants to love, like, That is too, because these men out here, they just want to be with the females because they lit, they turned, they get posted every day on the Shade Room. They like users.
Period. Have you ever introduced any of your exes to your dad?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Does he give you harsh feedback like, "Nay, get him out"?
Girl, my dad's he's so nice. He be liking them all. He like them all.
Yeah.
He be like, cool. One time, one of them called me and they was hanging out. I'm like, whoa, when did that happen?
You're like, yeah, what are you doing there? You've been famous your whole life, right? Does it get hard seeing your parents being talked about in the news? Like your mom is going through a lot with her siblings right now. I watch you all show, and your dad obviously with all the Super Bowl stuff. How did you deal with that?
Like you said, I've been dealing with this since I was damn near 6-7 years old. I am so used to it. I know who my parents are. I know like the love, the help, the affection, the everything they give to people. So whoever talking, whether it's family, a hater, or whatever, they just trying to do it for clout and to be on.
You
And
guys
then
have
with the whole performance stuff, I feel like, hey, what's for you is for you. Like my dad's the GOAT. We not tripping. Kendrick is a good artist. That's just what that is. We're over it. I'm so glad it's over. Where the money at? Where the next thing at?
And we know y'all gonna get to the money.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, Reginae, before we let you go, tell everybody, especially the roomies, how to stay connected to that BLK collaboration.
Yes, follow me, follow BLK on all social sites. We're going to be posting things. Hopefully, I get my video of our sleepover so y'all can see how dope it was. I know they have it; they're getting it edited and stuff. But yeah, y'all stay tuned on my page because I'll be posting everything too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Zach want to come to the next week sleepover.
Yeah, I'm coming next to the next one. I know it's all women. I'm bringing some wings.
Oh, we're gonna be talking about y'all like a dog.
We're
gonna be talking about y'all. We're gonna be like, so why are y'all like that?
Nah, we
some
just
wings, some hookah.
I'm like, hey ladies, how y'all doing? I got a little something, just a little plate, a little tray. I got a fruit tray. I'm gonna get out of here though. You know, I just said hello.
Hey, bust some things out. You know, what's gonna happen?
Come on.
Ain't no sleepover without no stage.
Come on.
Man, Reginae, thanks a lot for joining us. We appreciate you.
Thank y'all so much for having me.
See ya.
See y'all.
I love her. I love her.
Yeah,
Such Sagittarius energy. But roomies, we did it. We talked about all the crash outs. We talked to everybody we could. And,
everybody we could.
I really pray for the rest of this week and the next week. But we'll be right back here with more Shade Room headlines, debates, and of course, trending topics.
And if it's anything you want us to discuss on this show, all you got to do is hit us up, man.
Absolutely. Until then, man, remember, we'll see you next week and represent the culture with excellence. Woo woo.
It's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my clock, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my clock, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play?